Hi everyone, welcome you all. Today we are going to discuss some of the functions which are listed in your book in the chapter data handling, and in this context we are going to learn how we can import some of the module like we have did in previous day. Like we have imported OS module. Similarly, there is a module called math. We are going to import that, and we will be using some of the functions which are listed in your book. So let's get started. Import a module. Import math. So here import is a keyword and math is the module. Okay, what is module? Now module is a collection of variables, functions or classes, right? So I'm dealing with maths, or I want some functionality which is not present in standard Python. So I will be needing this module which contains different facilities like calculating a square root or exponential form, floor, log, sine, etc. Okay, so for these we have some functionality which is stored in this math, and we are going to import those math module. Okay, now let's now one more thing, we have two type of modules which are already present in our system or comes with our Python standard edition. Okay, so when you install Python, it is already there, just like math, OS or sys module. So you don't have to import it from internet, but there are some of the modules which are not already present, just like pyplot, we have pandas or SQL. Some are not present in standard standard Python setup, so you have to import it. In PyCharm it can be easily imported by just going to file and then go to the settings. Okay, wait for a minute. Then here you need to go to your project, just click on your project and then click on interpreter. Okay, here you can see all those modules which I have installed from internet. And suppose I want a new module called pandas, just I have to click on plus and write pandas here. Okay, so if I click on it and install it, it will keep installing it. It will install Python module. I'm not going to do it because I already have downloaded and installed this module. You can see various modules which I have already installed it, but you will not need these modules for now. We are concluding ourselves for just installing how to install a third-party modules. Okay, so back to my work. Here I have imported a math module. So let us use this math module. Now let us understand some of the functions which are listed in your book. The first one is seal. Seal means ceiling, yani ki you can say that to the upper side, right? So what I'm going to do, I'm going to use a print statement, then m dot seal. I'm writing 9 point let's say 08 comma let's 9. Now I need to copy this piece of a code. Okay, just copy it here, single quotes, paste, single quotes and comma. Okay, so now let us execute this piece of a code, and I need a dash here, I need a dash here. Let's run this piece of a code and see. So here I'm getting 10 and 10. Now notice here it is 0 and this is 9. Still we are getting a largest value. If we round this value, we should get 10. It's okay, but what is this? I am getting 10, not 9, because we are taking it to the upper value, right, without decimal places, or greater value which is which is just equals to the specified number, right? Similarly, we have another function called floor, which will take my value to the lesser value flow. And here also let us write flow, and now execute this piece of a code and check it out. So here my both the values are rounded to the greatest integer value, which is less than the number specified. Okay, so we have specified 9.98, and the integer value which is less than the current value is 9. Okay, that's why we are getting 9, and here I am getting the greatest value which is not less than the number. Okay, so hope these two functions are clear. And now let us use a sqrt function. So m.sqrt, and here I can specify, let's say, square root of a 10 or 25. It will be fine, it will be easy to calculate. Now you can see 5, it's a square root of 25. Okay, now one more thing, you can use a sqrt and you can store the result of this sqrt as well. M dot, let's say, sqrt, and this time I'm using 81, and then I can use it to print, right? Let's say x. So you can always use variable to store the result of the function, okay, so that it can be used for further calculations. So hope you understood how to use a sqrt function. Now similar to this, we have exp function, which gives you natural algorithm e raised to the power of the n. N is here your 81 this time, and let's execute it. So its value is 1.5060, so on. Okay, so this is how exp works. So it gives you natural algorithm e raised to the power to the 81 this time, and if you specify any other value, it will give you the natural algorithm of that particular number. Similarly, we have let's make all these comment so we can clearly see the result. Now we have a function called fab. Okay, so or fab s, or you can say that its function is to give you a absolute value of the argument n. So if we try to use a 90, it is going to give you a 90, but if I try to use m dot fab s and minus 90, it still gives you 90. Okay, it should be m here. Let's run. So here, so absolute value by removing a negative sign, and it will give you a always a positive value, right? So this is the working of fabs. All these function belongs to our module math. So let's get rid of this and use another function. Let's use a log. Okay, now print, let's say I'm going to use m dot log, let's say 10. That's perfectly fine. Run this piece of a code. Okay, I'm missing this. So now you can see m log 10 is equals to 2.3025. okay, now if you want to calculate 10 log base to the 2, you can supply another parameter and this time execute it. So this will give you 10 log 2. Okay, that is 3.32. So this is really very easy and handy function to calculate logarithm values. Okay, now if you want to calculate the base 10 log, you can use log 10 and use it similarly. Just log 10 of 10 is equals to, you can check it, that's 1.0. okay, so we have learned a log 10, and I have used m dot log, let's say 4,2, also 4,5, or let's 2 only. Okay, so we have learned these functions till now. Now let us learn some of the function, trigonometric function, that are sine, cos, or tan. Okay, so here I'm going to use m dot sine 60 degree. Okay, let's run this program and check out the value. So it's 0.3048. Similarly, you can use cos as well. Instead of a sine, you can use cos, or tan. this works similarly. Okay, so I hope you can easily do it. Cos and tan. And one more thing, if I try to use one more function, that is print, let's specify m dot degree. Now the value, it converts a angle from radian to degree. Okay, so here is my example 3.14, let's say, and if I execute it, it gives you almost 180, right? And if I change this value to, let's copy this one and paste it here so that I can use a radian, and this time I'm going to specify 179.908. let's execute it. So wait a minute, so it's radians. Let's run it, so you can get 3.13. okay, just equal to 4, or you can specify 3.91 instead of this, so that it is equals to 3.14, right? So here are the some of the function which we can use for daily mathematical calculations. Now this module is not limited to only function, it also has some of the variables. For example, if you want to print the value of a pi, you can use m dot pi, and if you try to execute this piece of a code, now you can see the value of pi is 3.1415, so on. Okay, right? Now the power of a language is calculated by the size of the library it provides and facility it provides by means of its library. Now Python is the second popular language in the world, and it provides a huge really huge library, and so it is very powerful. And I have just scratched the surface of a math module. If you open the internet and try to search a math module, you will find tons and tons of the useful functions, but these are some of the functions which are listed in our example in book actually, and we may use frequently, otherwise it contains many other functions, right? So let us conclude this example here only. Today we have learned how to use a module, or how to import a module and use its functions. So thank you, bye bye, and on Thursday, that is day after today or tomorrow, I'm going to take your test of this chapter called data handling. All right, so goodbye, do prepare well, bye.